action.
Okay. Video for installing anti-rat bar. So this is a 4-door long wheelbase TF2. We'll do a regular wheelbase in a minute. This fits on a regular wheelbase or a long wheelbase. So this is the kit that you get, and we're just going to show you how it fits on there. So inside the kit, you're going to get some instructions, a couple of basic things. It comes ready to install on one side. We'll teach you how to install it on the other side, and it tells you where the bolts go. So put that aside. Some hardware in here. So the hardware you're going to get are for stock TF2 axles. You're going to get 2 bolts to hold the new piece down on top of the axle. Okay. You're going to get 1 long bolt with a spacer on it and a retaining washer. And then you're going to get this piece here. This is the actual anti-rat bar, mounts on top of the axle, and then that's the shackle. So this is your piece that's going to go through here and mount to your chassis, and that's how that's going to go. Okay? So, put this over here, get this out of the way. So we're going to install this. Now, this truck is set up for non-overdrive, so the drive shaft is on this side. You can see that, right? So with the drive shaft on this side, we're going to end up putting the anti-rat bar mounted on this side because there's space. If you're running overdrive, then the drive shaft's going to be over here, and you'll mount this on the other side. It's mounted on the other side. You're just going to remove this piece, flip it over, remove this piece, turn it around, and it'll mount on that side of the axle. So let's mount it on this side for now. So I'm going to take this shock off because I can't get to the bolt with that shock on. See that?
I can see it. How are the pieces that go on the anti-rat bar?
What about it?
I found it.
Cool.
I want to show it.
That's an old piece.
Oh, this is one of the tries.
Yeah, that's a try. You want to see the tries real quick? This is one of the tries. This is one of the tries. But that's the final piece. Nice carbon nylon. Super, super tough.
Did you get it printed or did you print
We
it?
got that one printed.
Oh.
So let's take and put this on here.
One day we should do a review for the 3D printer.
We should do a review for the 3D printer. So,
That'll be a good
because I'm
video.
leaving it on this side, I'm just going to tighten that bolt up. You don't have to kill it. Just get it tight on there. Now that's tight. And I'm going to install this on the axle first. Now this bolts on top of the leaf spring, so it'll bolt on top of a leaf spring on top of any axle. So if you have regular Yodas, Yoda 2s, this will fit on any of them. Okay, so now I'm going to take this bolt, take the nut off there. So this is just a matter of getting this lined up nice, and then put that through, turn this around, and then I need a longer tool. You can see that?
You can see it.
Okay, so we'll put this right on here.
I'm stealing your tries. There's so many of them. Dad, did you print this one or did you get this one printed?
We have that one printed.
Oh.
So this one you can tighten up all the way.
Are these ones one of the not tries? Or are they just tries?
That was an original print that we had. Alright, so now that's on there. Because of the way that it's captured and the lengths, this will flow nice and smooth. It won't fall off there, it has some room to move. Depending on the leaf springs and how good they are, you might just pull up on it a little bit just to get it installed on there. All that's doing is just pulling up your pinion angle a little bit if it's really low, like if you have new springs, if they're, you know, if your springs are kind of broken in, it should fit real nice. Put the shock back on. So now what that did, it installed that piece on there, and you can see that suspension still good. Suspension moves still nice, but it will not wrap. The reason why it won't wrap is because of that piece that's on there. Let's take this wheel off and show you that. So there you can see it will not wrap because you have this solid mounted to the axle and you have this bar going and it pries against that piece. So you can see the axle can move back and forth with suspension, right? But it will not bend up anymore. So with that on there, you get full suspension. These are the stock shocks. You'll get full side-to-side suspension. When you're down like this, it'll rub, but odds of you getting full compression like that is very, very rare. So this should be plenty of movement on each side. Shouldn't get in the way. Okay?
Yep.
Let's put that wheel back on.
We should also do a review of your solder holder with the sponge thing.
That would be cool.
Yeah, I like the sponge thing. It like blows up.
Alright, so here we're going to take this off real quick and we'll install it on a regular wheelbase. Could be a Marlin or
That's
any
what
other.
Lila calls me.
Marlin?
Yeah, she calls me Marlin.
Okay. So put this here.
I don't mind it.
No?
No. I like Marlin. Except for in River Monsters, they thought that it committed the murder.
Hmm.
Yeah, but it ended up being one of those sword or razorfish. What was it called again? I don't know.
Doesn't sound like a nice fish.
Yeah, remember the one who stabbed the
lady?
Yeah, the lady
I do remember that.
in her eye because it was shiny.
Alright, so this piece is off now. Same way we install it, just backwards. Put that aside. I think that'll be fine. Okay. So here is the regular wheelbase. So this is a regular wheelbase truck. It's got a Marlin bed and Marlin body, but that doesn't really matter. This particular truck has our bumper on the front of it with the forward push, and it also has the JEC++ mounts that push the front axle.
And it
Nice
also
to
has a
have
red
that.
beard sticker.
Yeah, it's got a red beard sticker. So let's take this.
That's a great feature of it. The red beard stickers are cool.
Okay, so now we're gonna install it on this, and if you look, this truck has overdrive setup. So because it says overdrive setup and it's a regular wheelbase, you can see that we have more space on this side. So we're gonna turn that thing around. So here's suspension, here's the axle. See, that's what we're trying to prevent. See that? So let's get this set up. So we put that there. Again, because we want to run this on the opposite side, we need to take it apart. So this is pretty simple. The reason why you got to take it apart is because of the bend in the rod. So I'm going to just take it and just turn it around. And the bolt has to go through on from the outside in. I'll tell you why in a minute. You see that?
You can see it. Can
All
I
right.
borrow the pliers for 1 second?
Well, I gotta tighten this thing up.
I've got to get a Lego piece out of under here so that it doesn't die.
All right, then I'm gonna use my little handy dandy 4-way.
The Lego piece has been saved.
Okay, so that's now on the opposite side. Just gonna take this piece out of here. So this goes like that. I want this piece to be over there. Let's run that in here.
Lots of tightening. Dad, if you're trying to get that in the frame, go a little bit forward.
Okay.
Should
So
we look
I
at
want this to.
birthday?
It is Amelia's birthday.
Yeah. It's the A's birthday today. Oh.
So now we have the piece set up for the other side. Now you see here the way that it mounts, it goes right past the skid plate. So let's get this one set up. So this one has Curry's underneath it. It has a JEC rock jock leaf mounts. So get these bolts on here. Okay, so you see how that's over there pretty tight? This is just adjusting this arm now. So we want it to come out a little bit like that, and then adjust the rod end. And there you go, it lines up there nice. So if I take the nut off of here, just like that. You see that?
Yep, I can see it. Well, now you can't see it because your hand is blocking it, but otherwise you could see it.
Okay, so now it's on the opposite side. If you could see in there, it fits nice right inside of the skid. So you can see there.
We might have to show them again. For most of the time, I was focusing on the wheels.
Oh, how's that?
Yeah, that's better.
That's better?
It needs 2 bolts.
There you go. And let's take off this tire. Okay. How's that? You can see that?
Yeah, you can see that.
Okay.
Is that the grease stuff that we once greased that goes like...
The oil? There's oil in there.
Yeah,
There's grease in here.
yeah, and then we put the oil in.
So there you go.
Then they squish.
No more wrap. Okay? And you can see that shackle moving. There you go. Okay.
Is this video going on YouTube?
The video is going on YouTube. You okay with that?
Yeah. So like this video if you think that we should do a plate for the whole bottom of the truck for bad drivers like me.
That's your theme? I think we gotta do that.
Yeah.